Hashtag Let's Share Our Plant Success or Disaster Stories, hosted by Janita from Janita's BF Well Wishes Garden. So the boxwood on the right was out all winter long, and the boxwood on the left was out all winter long. This boxwood, I'm afraid, might be my disaster story, but I did give it fertilizer, yeast fertilizer, yesterday, and I'm gonna trim the top and hope it makes a comeback and hope it's not the disaster story. If you saw the last video, you know that the reason most likely is because this pot is heavy duty. This one is just probably a clay terracotta type pot, and was not enough protection for the root. You know, this was very green, just like the other one, all winter long until the last storm. It was just maybe too much for it. I mean, I did see it struggling a little, very slightly over the winter, but the last storm really did it in. It is hashtag Garden Tour Saturday, hosted by Grandma Sandy and co-host Patricia and Lisa, with lots of participants. If you just go into YouTube and press in hashtag Garden Tour Saturday, you'll see all the wonderful participants for that. Okay, it is what, 6 p.m., something like that. I just got home from work, but I want to see what I can clean up next. But I see here I have yarrow coming up. But I also have an allium. This is like the big purple globe ones. This is either the sea holly. Yeah, that might be the sea holly. And the little strip that is on the side of the vegetable in-ground garden. I did a little cleanup here, but I see I have some tulips coming up here too. And a little cleanup on the butterfly garden. This here is the pineapple sage. I thought it was an annual, but it was the second year it came back last summer, 2024. And it looks like it's going to come back again, so I trimmed it because I see all kinds of little nodules on here. I think it's going to come back again. Pineapple sage. I have to look that up. Okay, so this is the butterfly garden, and I call it the butterfly garden, which you may have guessed, because of the buddleia in the middle of it, the butterfly bush. It gets huge and it attracts so many beautiful butterflies. So I do call it the butterfly garden, though I get butterflies all over the garden. So just did a nice little cleanup on that space. And this is the oval garden. This one's going to be next. And this is the before and after. And the sun decided to shine for this after picture. Let's see what I got going here. This is yarrow coming up here. And next to it, this is the sedum, autumn joy. I could actually cut these down a little lower. We have another sedum, autumn joy. These are daffodils coming up. This is a mum. This survived the winter in these cells. Well, I think it survived. I'm actually going to use some yeast fertilizer. And this rose bush with all these rose hips on them, I'm going to have to trim this now too. So that's the oval garden. That's the in-ground veggie garden. This is the butterfly garden. And this is the deck garden. And there's lots of tulips. The herb garden. the winter jug garden. And here, all my hellebores are starting to bloom. Look at these. So I gotta clean up a little bit more in this area. Just beautiful hellebores. Check that out. Oh, look in there. This one starts out white. This was from a friend of mine. Beautiful gift. And these two are also gorgeous. Coming up here too. This is the bistro garden. Rose bush. This is the dwarf lilac. Getting some nice buds. Survived the winter. Thank you, lilac. Okay, I gotta put this chair back. So that's it for today. Still cleaning up. Everybody have a great weekend.